Good morning, students. Yesterday we had discussed about the water transport, its types, and the very important ports which are there situated in the east and also best position of India. So we had taken to discuss about air transport. We discussed that air transport is the fastest transport system now, and then there is a lot of scope for the development of air transport in India. So keeping in mind, right from the even pre-independence days when we were ruled by British, so from then itself there was importance given to air transport. For a convenient of developing air transport in India, the air transport system has been divided into two systems. That's called air transport, which is operating outside India, connecting India with other countries. We have one that's called Air India International. That system, that department looks after the maintenance of international air transport system, whereas another one is called Indian Airlines. Indian Airlines. This is a system, a department which looks after connecting important cities and states of India and also tourist centers, commercial centers. So like that within India, all the states, all the cities, all the important places are connected with a system called Indian Airlines. So like that we have two systems, one operating international systems, one within the country. So depending on that, I even told you that in the beginning only public sector was operating this air transport. It was looking after only government owned aircrafts were giving the services, but now even the private companies also entered in this system. So we give example like Jet Airlines, Sahara Airlines, Paramount, Spice. So there are many such. Okay, then there are around 141 airports are there. You know what airports means, usually where aeroplanes begin their journey and also they end their journey. That's called airports. Okay, we have 141 airports. Among them 28 are international standard having airports and remaining are national standard having airports. That's called domestic airports, we call it as 88 domestic airports, and then 28 international airports, and then remaining 25 is called civil enclaves at this defense airfield. That means 28 international, 88 domestic, and 25 is for defense purposes. That means this is used only by the military forces for during the emergencies and also during the war conditions. So we have 141 airports totally like this. Among them, some important airports they have given the list in this textbook, like Indira Gandhi Airport in Delhi, Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport Mumbai, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport, like that. If you come to south, we have Kempegowda Airport in Bangalore and Rajiv Gandhi International Airport in Hyderabad. So like that they have given 14 important airports. So maybe possible that they may ask you some objectives questions about name of airport in a particular city, so that you have to remember that they have totally, that you have to keep in mind that 141 airports in India, among them 28 international. In the sense, international in the sense, international standards are there. That means if you expect an international aircraft to land in your airport, they should have certain standards. Maybe the runway, what they call, and other security systems, signaling systems. If your airport has such system, that is called international airports. So there are 28 international airports, 88 domestic purpose. That means within India. I told you, we were discussing Indian Airlines operating or connecting important cities of India. Such airports are domestic airports. They have 28, and then 25 is for defense purposes. So this is what we have discussed now about three important transport systems. They are called land transport, water transport, and also air transport. So we have discussed what are the types, what are the importance about it. So they may be possible that what is the importance of air transport, they may ask you. So you have to frame a question for that. Okay, what is the importance? I'll maybe at the end of this chapter I'll be giving some questions which may be expected in the examination. Let us go for communication. Okay, communication in the sense very simple. It is okay, communicating messages and information from one person to another person or from one place to another place. So they may ask you what is communication. Okay, so communication is nothing but they have given a word called conveying. Okay, conveying, otherwise we can say passing, communicating messages and information from one person to another person, or maybe one place to another place. You know that communication, okay, the need of communication is not only found in these days, but even in the olden days there was a need of communication. So people use different methods of communication. You might have heard that they used birds, and they used to animals also, for example, okay, to communicate from one place to another place. But now science and technology has developed, and now we are using different type of communication system that we are, okay, discussing. Before that, let's discuss about what is the importance of communication. So you know that importances are many, but main thing is it helps a quick transmission and also distribution of ideas, information, messages. Quick, okay, quick communication and also distribution of information and messages from one place to another place, and also one person to another place. Quick, it is, that's what the main thing is. Communication helps quick, okay, transmission or communication or passing of or conveying the message from one place to another place. Next, it creates awareness among the people about government policy. That's what another one important. Okay, communication helps to make the people of the country know that what different policies and what different systems or what different ideas that government are bringing in their administration. So that may help common people to understand what is happening in the government, what facility they are getting. Such communication can be done to mass, to many, through this system called communication. Policies and other ideas about, okay, policies, and then also programs they can, okay, communication may help okay, the government to reach the mass, the many people, through the communication about their policies and also programs. Next, the third important point is called, okay, especially when a country is in any natural hazardous or such command. For example, today we are having a problem of COVID-19. So in such cases, so it becomes very important that quickly we have to pass messages, okay, to mass, to many people, to number of people within a short period, so that any danger can be avoided. Especially such things happens when a country is undergoing a war, or maybe some natural calamities like flood, okay, otherwise heavy rainfall, okay, or maybe when there is epidemics like this, okay, COVID-19 condition. In such cases, whatever the government, okay, gives a direction supposed to be made to reach, so that such cases it is helpful. Especially communication is helpful especially when a country is facing natural hazards, otherwise war like conditions or epidemic like these conditions. Okay, next, it also helpful for communication, also helpful for development of trade, commerce. Even commerce, trade or business also get helped by the communication. Next, the last point is, okay, even with the communication system we are all getting entertainment programs, sports programs, educative programs, and then information programs also we are getting through communication. So these are the important, what you call, importance of communication that nowadays we are getting. Which are let's recapitulate it. Quick and easy communication is possible, and many people can be reached by communication system. Okay, it is through communication system people can understand the different policies and also programs of government. If you write this line is enough, I think, in the examination. You need not to go for detail. Okay, when a country is undergoing natural hazards or warlike conditions or maybe epidemics like okay, in such cases okay, many people can be reached, can be given guidance, can be given ideas how to protect themselves or save themselves from such dangers. Next, even commerce, business, and also economic development also depends upon the very good communication system in a country. The fifth point is we are getting entertainment programs, educative programs, informative programs, and other programs. Okay, through this communication system. So communication importances are these. After knowing this, okay, importance of communication, let us try to know about different communication system. Among them, okay, before we discuss about the different types of communication, let us try to know that communication is divided into two types. It's called personal communication and then mass communication. Okay, very simple. You can understand that the personal communication, in the sense communication system what we use to communicate with one single person. Okay, there are different methods. So for example, we have telephone. Nowadays mobile systems are there. Telegram, fax, email, internet, seminar, conference are some of the methods how this personal communication is possible. That means communicating with one or few, not many, one or few people. If you want to communicate, if we have to give them idea, okay, in such cases we use mobile phones, telephones, faxes, okay, internet, email systems, etc. And then what mass communication, in the sense that means when we want to communicate with many people, not one or two or some countables, okay, mass people, the whole country, for example, thousands, crores, like that. In such cases we use different type of medias of communication. They are called newspapers, okay, radios, television, okay, and then even we nowadays we are using, for example, okay, televisions, magazines, books. These are called mass communications. Telephone, mobiles, internet, emails are called personal communication. Like the communication for our purpose, we have two types. They are called personal and mass communication systems. Let's try to know that okay, posts, for example, post is also personal communication. Postal service, you know that postal service okay, had played a very important role before the okay, recent electronic methods of communication. You know, they were handling very important, even today they are handling very important okay, services like communicating posts, okay, handling postal letters, okay, parcel facilities. They also take money orders. If you want to if you are thinking to send some money to someone else living in some other place, you can send it through what you call post office. That's called money orders. So money orders, postals, packaging, and parceling system also very important part of postal system. Other than that, even today they are also taking up some other activities. You know that they issue, they allow you to have a bank facility also. You can open a savings bank account also. So recurring deposit, fixed deposit also they are allowing. We have discussed about it. And then along with that banking facility, they also issue many saving certificates. Like I told you, some we have already discussed about national saving certificates. Okay, such things also, the facility also they are giving to us, along with handling letters, parcels, money orders. That post offices are also trying to give the facility which we are getting in banks. For example, we can open a SB account, we can keep our money there, we can buy some saving certificates like national saving certificates, like that. This is what the postal service is concerned. Let us go for next topic, that's called telecommunication. What is this telecommunication? It refers to communication over a distance by cable, telegraph, telephone, etc. You know that telecommunication means by using the telephone, what the communication we could do. Sometimes we could do voice communication, sometimes even message also can be conveyed in a okay, different methods are also there. Okay, that's why they have given the methods like okay, telephone, telegraph, fax. I think telegraph nowadays is not playing any okay role, because recently they said the telegraph programs they have stopped because of the invention of different electrical systems like mobiles, emails are coming. Okay, what the telegraph used to do, that service is done more easily by using mobiles. So that systems that the telecommunication had. Fax, I think you know. So fax actually is a method where if you want to send any document or any written document, you can send it from one place to another place by using a machine called fax machine. Okay, if you just, it looks like a Xerox machine like that. If you just insert the document, okay, and then that document what you inserted will be copied, and the copied information will be sent, okay, to another place where you want, okay, through that this telecommunication system, and there they will get a printout of that document what you have inserted here. Such is called telecom, what you call fax system. So nowadays faxes, and then telephones, and even what you call telegram systems have lost its importance because of the okay multi function having okay hand mobiles. So for example, cell phones have brought some revolution. That's why they are losing gradually. Telegraph already has lost. Fax also have lost. I think telephone has come in the form of cell phone. That's also one of the important mass communications, personal communication. Okay, in India, telecommunication network has reached almost every remote corner. Even telecommunication refers to the cellular phones or mobile phones system also comes here. Telephone and mobile phone services have replaced the telegraphic system. I told you know, nowadays because of mobile phones giving us so many facilities, that other facilities, what other services like telegraph, telegram, faxes have been stopped. Next, let's go for another one, mass media, that's called radio and television. Okay, radio and television. You know that radio was used once upon a time as important entertaining, educating, information giving okay device. But nowadays it is rare that we find a radio. But still, let us try to know about how it was. Okay, they play a very important role in a mass communication. Even in remote places of India, the people can hear radio messages and watch TV. They are very useful to ourselves. Now there will be a question called, what are the importance of radio and television mass communication? They are very useful to our several areas because our farmers get up to date information about the agriculture. Of course, if you hear the radio, even today radio service is going on. If you hear the radio, okay, okay, experts sitting in the radio station will be giving information about your agriculture, okay, and then about your other activities, economic activities, social activities, and other political activities also. So it is said, that's what they are saying. Agricultural problems, farm commodity prices, weather cost forecast. You know, weather forecast, what is going to happen in 24 hours, what is going to happen in next week, how is the weather cost, when it is going to rain. That's every information will be given to us through radio and also through television. Modern methods of cultivation, about agriculture, about economic system, about government policies, all this information, very important information, will be given to people through radio and television, which will reach even a common people living in far places, okay, even in the remote places, in the villages, interiors, they can read it. They provide a variety of programs such as educative and also informative news, entertainment. Okay, of course, you know that televisions, not only we watch only for the purpose of entertainment, but also they are educative, informative, and also brings ideas about government policies, what is happening around us. Okay, not only around us but also in the world. Okay, next, for this purpose, okay, keeping in mind of the uses of this radio and television, All India Radio, this is called shortly known as AIR. Okay, All India Radio, okay, was that word was coined, that means used for the first time in 1936. TV broadcasting was started under the name of Doordarshan, DD, it is called Doordarshan. Actually, in the beginning, only government owned, okay, what you call television programs were there, but now that again, there are many private programs also going on. That's why we have forgotten the government owned DD. Doordarshan, AIR, All India Radio 2. Radio, All India Radio was okay, looking after the radio system. Doordarshan was looking after, but now there are many. Okay, Doordarshan was used to function by 1959. Like that, radio and television also playing very important role in our life. Of course, radios have been nowadays been not seen, not heard much, because the television is doing all the work of what the work done by radio. Let's go for next important mass communication, that's called newspapers. Newspapers means what, and what are their advantages. Okay, so when compared to radio and television, okay, newspaper also does the same activity, that they are entertaining us through different articles. They are educative, they are informative, they are give information about our economic system, political system, social system, culture, everything includes there, even sports also. But what difference between newspaper and radio and television? That the advantages of it. Both have their own advantage. Radio and television has its own advantage, whereas paper has its own advantage. Okay, they are very important communication services which come under print media. This is called print media. Among mass communication, if you take, among that print media, if you take, newspaper comes the first one. More than a lakh newspapers and periodicals in different languages are registered in India. Okay, more than lakh, it seems, in India. More than lakh newspapers and periodicals. They call. What is periodicals means? Okay, newspapers, sometimes daily newspapers are there. Sometimes weekly newspapers also be there, fortnightly, once in 15 days also the monthly newspapers are there. Like that, there are many newspapers. That's why it is called, in a particular period they issue. That's why it is called periodicals. Newspapers or periodicals are there. More than lakhs it is in India. Out of 41 newspapers have a history of more than 40 newspapers in India have already completed 100 years of service. Very oldest newspaper is there. Among them, I think Bombay Samachar. Keep in your mind, Bombay Samachar. Now it is called as Mumbai Samachar, as the name of Bombay has been changed as Mumbai. Bombay Samachar is the oldest and still existing newspaper in India. It started its publishing 1822. It started publishing its information, news, by 1822, and still today that paper called Bombay Samachar or Mumbai Samachar is still existing as one of the oldest newspaper in India. So like that, newspapers also play a very important role. You know very well about this, what information that we can get, what are the advantages of newspapers. So there are many newspapers even today. For example, Mangaluru Samachara in Karnataka. Mangaluru Samachara is the oldest newspaper, okay, which was started its service during the British period. Even I don't know whether it is still continuing. Okay, Mangaluru Samachara, and then Karma Veer are some of the oldest newspapers of Karnataka. But in India, Mumbai Samachara, it is called Bombay Samachar is the oldest newspaper. Let's next go to next important communication system, that's called satellite and computer network. Okay, satellite and computer network. So that we are using nowadays the email system. Okay, different system for communication, for getting information. Okay, Google network, Chrome, for example. Different systems are different applications are there through which getting information has become very easier. Okay, once upon a time which was what we thought was impossible, now it is possible through computer. That's what the thing is. Now, how this computer and also satellite is helping us to carry on the communication is concerned. The development of electronic technology and space services has brought a great change in communication media. Computer network has provided internet facility, email services, fax, etc. Artificial satellite has marked a new age in the history of global communications. Radio and TV networking over India are done through satellite technology. That means the satellite and also computer systems not only helped to in a different way, but also they made, that means they revolutionized or speeded or made more modernized the old systems like radio and television and other media. That radio, television, telephones, these were the old somewhat previous methods of communication, but these previous methods of communication has also been improved, made more sophisticated, made more modern through the satellite and computer system. Okay, along with it, they also have given us email systems and also about internet facilities also they have given us. Okay, there are many satellite systems are there. For example, we will be discussing about GIS. What is this GIS? This is called Global, Global Information System. Another one is called GPS, Global Positioning System. Another one is called RST, okay, RST, Remote Sensing Technology. So these are very important along with the radio and communication. What is these are? Let's see. Okay, the actually GPS indicates the location of a stationary or moving object or person through pointing out the latitude and longitude and height above the sea level. That means this GPS system is a system in the computer. By using longitude, latitude and altitude, you know what altitude in the altitude in the sense position of your place when compared to sea level, that's called altitude. Longitude, latitude and altitude, taking this measurement, they can pinpoint or they can locate any moving or stationary object. For example, if you are lost in a forest, so but you have a what you call some satellite system devices, like maybe a mobile also. Okay, people can locate you keeping taking the position of your mobile, longitude, latitude and altitude. So very easily you can be located, you can be saved like that. That is called GPS. GIS in the sense, okay, GIS is a computer based system which can accumulate and internet data on the earth. So that means GIS is for collecting informations and also collecting information in larger form, okay, and scientifically after collecting the information you can very easily group it depending upon whatever the need is concerned. For example, now we by using GIS, think that we collected information of 130 crore people of India. In that, if you want to know that how many people are in a different age group, for example, you say, well, how many are they below above 60, okay, if you want to know that, very easily you can do it by using GIS. It's a global information system. You can do it. How many are there below 15, how many are there between 60 to 15, anything you can do. How many female is there, how many male is there, how many living in some other place. All these information can be easily modulated and also preferred. Otherwise you can do any kind of activity, any kind of information, any kind of gathering at what number maybe by using GIS. That's called global information system. It's called global positioning system is called, okay, global positioning system it is called. Next, remote sensing system, it is remote sensing technology. That means this is a system which is used by the help of a satellite. What is that means? It gathers information about the distance between two objects. Gathers information between two objects without touching. You need not to touch it. For example, if you want to know a distance between two places in the world, without touching it, by using the satellite system, you can measure the distance. You can measure the distance and say accurately what is the distance from one place to another place. That's what we are using. For example, you know that Google Map is there. Google Map. So that Google Map is working on the same system called remote sensing technology. By using Google Map, you may know what is the distance, what is the direction, everything you will come to know. That is called remote sensing technology. So these are the important satellite and computer programs that we are using. They are also helping us to carry on mass communication and also other system of communication. Okay, till now we were discussing about communication, transport and communication. We were discussed about transport system, what are the important system of transport, how it is being used. Of course, we are all using it, but once we know that what are these, how they operate, what benefit we are getting, will be more importance will be given to such development. Communication also we have discussed. So hope that this class might have helped you to understand. Go through that, read the lesson carefully, and then maybe in the next class I will be giving some questions what maybe you may be expected in the coming examination. And also for the your information is concerned, they have given some objectives questions at the end of lesson. Some questions are there, like questions I'm reading. Define transport and communication. It has been given Explain golden quadrilateral and superhighway. I think I have given it. If not, just you mention that center. What is the golden quadrilateral and high superhighways means? Give an account of railways in India. Account in the sense, let me check it out. Check it up to know whether such question is necessary for you. Explain briefly the importance of transport in India. Can be done. This can be done. Write a note on airways in India. Mention the different types of communication in India. So go to that. Those who are interested can answer it. But at least in the next class, when I give the question supposed to be answered, maybe possibly I will be giving you answer also. So in the next class, we will be discussing about industries of India. Indian industries we will be discussing. Read that chapter. Maybe tomorrow we will be meeting to discuss about it. Okay, till then, take care.